Greetings, Aries family members. Greetings, and so good to talk to you once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Aries for the month of June 2017. And before I get started, I want to just say thank you to all of you who have subscribed, and thank you to all of you who have listened and who have sent some very nice comments and some likes. And the channel has just encouraged me. You guys have just been so encouraging that I would just like to make a very special offer and extend the offer to you for the month of June. For the month of June, I am going to offer total complete readings, or I should say a complete reading, at half price. So I'm going to put the particulars on the screen at the end of this reading. And this is only going to be, though, I can only do it for the first 100 people. So for the first 100 people, and this is, a lot of people are referring people to me as well, which is great. So I'm going to have to limit it to 100, but for the first 100 people, I'm going to do full readings for half price. Aries family members, let's begin our looking at what the astrological dynamics are for this month first. So first I see a full moon, and the full moon can bring things to closure. It can bring things to an end. It can bring things to a head. It can bring things to your surface. And this is happening in your ninth house. In your ninth house, and it's also in the sign of Sagittarian. And the reason why I mentioned that particularly is because this moon, it's going to bring some dynamics to the ninth house, which is the house that deals with intelligence, learning, particularly philosophy. It can also deal with travel as well. And this Sagittarian moon could bring travel, because this is going to be an extroverted, if you will, sort of like it's an outside, it's a going outside type of a moon. The reason why I'm describing it that way is because as we bring the month to an end, you're going to see the other type of a moon, which is going to be in the sign of Cancer, and it's going to be in your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of real estate, family members, how you live, where you live, your genealogy. It's sort of like your structure, your foundation. And the reason why this moon is slightly different than the first moon is because this is a new moon, number one. So this is like when you're ready to start something new. In addition, it's in Cancer, which means this is an very emotional, very spiritual type of a dynamic is going to happen around the 24th. And although it's a time of new beginnings, it's also a time of a personal focus on the dynamics of the fourth house. All right, and I do see that showing up in your tarot spread as well. Your tarot spread has already been blessed by my spirit guide, and I've already anointed the cards, and I've shuffled the cards quite a bit, and I've prayed over the cards and invoked the spirit, and such a beautiful spread it is really for you, Aries family members. I see where a lot of you have been very busy in your not too distant past, working hard and handling a number of different tasks, and that's good. And I also see where you're getting over some pain that happened to you in the past. You're getting over it, you're moving beyond it, and that's good. I mean, it may be some type of maybe it might be a little bit of a struggle to move beyond the pain. I understand that, but I see that you have some guardian angels watching over you. I see that you're making some good decisions for yourself. In the center of your spread, Aries, I do see a masculine energy. And a masculine energy is one that certainly it's a wholesome love relationship. So this is good. Aries family members, I also see a strong, as I said to you about that moon, the new moon in your fourth house, how very interesting that the spirit would lay the tarot out so that the card that is supporting your center is the number 4. And that 4 card, 4 of Wands, that card is a card that symbolizes family structure, a solid relationship, solid home structure. So that's where you are, Aries, and this is good. In fact, as I look in your future, I see a continuum of that solid relationships, solid family, good, healthy, wholesome family stuff. So this is good. Congratulations, Aries. You're doing quite well. I do see in your advice section, the spirit guide is showing me to tell you, Aries family members, that this is not necessarily the best time to travel. I know that the moon around the 9th, the full moon was indicated that it's going to be in your ninth house, and that one of the elements of that house is travel. But this is not the time for some of you Aries family members to travel, and particularly not long distance. So you'll have to take the advice of the spirit guide. Now, you may travel. If you have your tickets already, you may take that flight. You may travel that long distance journey. But the way that these cards are laid is that you should expect possible delays. In fact, in the past, when I've done private readings for people, and this card comes up, the spirit brings this card up, and I tell them not to take the trip because this is what the caveat is, this is what the advice is, if you can avoid it. And people go ahead and they take the trip, and then the trip does not work out as beautifully as they thought that it would. So that's just the advice of the spirit guide. In your environment, I do see where there's an end to this backstabbing, an end to that nagging feeling. So Aries family members, you're doing quite well. And I also see where some of you have been concerned about money, but money is coming. And that's always good. I'd love to talk about that. Money is coming to you Aries, some of you Aries family members who have been hoping for money, who have been looking for money. There's money coming. I do have in your final outcome, I do need to tell some of you Aries family members that you do need to, if you drive and you drive yourself, you do need to pay strict attention this month to traffic rules, to safety measures. If you ride with someone else, then you also need to think about whether or not, if this person drives fast, you should think of some other way of transporting yourself. And this card symbolizes either rapid movement, impulsive movement that is dangerous. It also symbolizes rash tempers and rash temperament. So for some of you Aries family members, I clearly see that the spirit is laying out the cards to tell me you're doing quite well. You're doing well and you can expect some good things, but you need to watch your temper. Watch your irrational temper. And Aries family members, you're a fiery type of a character, and so sometimes you can be rather aggressive. I do see where some of you have dealt with people walking away from you. Some of you have dealt with betrayal. And that's okay, because that betrayal, although that betrayal had some pain involved with it, that betrayal has not taken you down, because that betrayal has brought you or has allowed you to come to a place now where you can really appreciate your family, where you can really appreciate your partner, your significant other. So this is a good sign, very good reading for you Aries family members. And I do see once again a masculine energy. And for some of you female energy family members who are looking for the masculine complement, this masculine complement is either in your environment right this minute, or he's going to be there very, very shortly. And this is a masculine energy that is offering resources. This person can be a good provider, so this is a good thing. This person is also a solid person when it comes down to love. So yep, and I do see where some of you have come out of an unhealthy relationship. That's clearly in the cards. The spirit guide is showing me that. I also see where you're moving on, though. This is good. You're moving on. Some of you are moving on. Some of you thought you were even going to have to relocate. Even you thought you were going to have to move, leave your place of dwelling. But the spirit guide is saying that you don't have to do that. Things are going to work out so you don't have to leave. So let's look forward in your future. In your future position, I do see where some of you are going to make the wrong move. And when I say the wrong move, I'm saying that some of you are going to try and go uphill by yourself. Some of you are going to go against your better judgment. Some of you are going to go against your better judgment. Some of you are going to go against the information that you've heard. And that information that you've heard and going against your better judgment is going to bring some heartache. So the way the tarot is laid out, the way the spirit guide lays the cards out, the spirit guide lays the cards out so that you can understand what will happen if you don't. So some of you are looking at a heartbreak in your future, and some of it has to do with you not following the advice of another female energy. So there's a female energy who is not, you're not accepting the advice that this female energy is giving. And for some of you who are the female energy, you're not following your experiential advice. You're not following, you're not gleaning from your past and learning from your past mistakes. And so some of you are walking right into the same type of a relationship again, or you're looking at a relationship saying to myself, well, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Well, if you think it maybe there might be someone else, the spirit guide is saying that there is someone else. Let's move forward, please. Okay, for some of you, I'm looking at the traveling. We're talking about traveling long distance. And with regard to this traveling long distance, some of you are trying to escape. Some of you are trying to escape instead of dealing with a feeling, instead of dealing with some things that you do need to deal with without leaving. You need to stay put, and you need to master some of this stuff that's going on in your life. Some of you Aries family members are really experiencing, where people, some friends, some loved ones, perhaps they've turned their backs on you, and perhaps they've run away, and perhaps they were dishonest, but I see you coming out of that. I see you coming out of it, and it doesn't require that you leave the country. You don't have to leave anywhere. You're going to be coming out of this. The spirit guide is showing me that some of you Aries family members, you do need to make a decision, and you do need to understand that you do have a choice in this matter. You're not stuck. You can make it on your own, or you can take the chance and leave this unhealthy relationship. And in the future, I'm sure there's going to be a better one. So I'm seeing that in your tarot spread. I'm also seeing that some of you Aries family members are dealing with a legal issue, a legal, governmental, official issue. And the idea that I'm looking at, the way the Spirit has laid these cards out, is that some of you need to understand, you need to dot your I's and cross your T's. That legal matter that you're dealing with, that official governmental matter that you are getting ready to deal with, or it's just around the corner, you're looking at it. If you don't know about it, it's going to happen in this month. It's going to happen in your very near future. And what's going to happen is that case that you are presenting is not strong enough for you to win. And so it does seem that for some of you Aries family members, you're going to have to go back and strengthen your case. You're going to have to go back and strengthen your case is what I'm seeing. For some of you Aries family members, the Spirit Guide is showing me that one of the secrets for you achieving your long-term goals right now is to go inside, is to spend some time with yourself. See, you've been going through some things, and if you jump out there too quickly now, some of you that are thinking that, this is a time to jump out there and, put yourself back out there in the public and, networking and dating or whatever it is. No, Aries family members. This is a time for introverted introspection. And what's going to happen is that while you are going through this introspection, it's going to bring you to a place where you're going to have some good plans. You're also going to have some resources that are coming. And those resources and those plans matched together are going to bring you back to heading towards your long-term goals. And the Spirit Guide is showing me that what's happening very clearly is that you're going to come to a place, because you're going to go inside and get that energy together, because you're going to go inside and you're going to listen to that voice, and you're going to pay some some attention to meditation and prayer and affirmations. And what's going to happen is going to bring you out to a place where you're going to be appreciated, you're going to be respected. For some of you who are the masculine energy of Aries, some of you have been betrayed. Some of you have been told false things by that feminine energy. And that feminine energy, for some of you masculine Aries, that feminine energy is going in a different direction. So some of this stuff that I'm seeing in this tarot spread relating to an unhealthy relationship that is ending and relating to choices that you have to make, some of this certainly does apply to the masculine energy Aries, because you do have to move forward with your life, but don't rush. Right now is not a good time to rush, because things are a little bit delicate, a little bit sensitive right now. And it's a need for some of you Aries family members to have a better balance. You need a better balance in yourself, in your diet, in your exercise routine. You need to exercise a little more judgment, a little more balance in that. And that's going to be very healthy for you, because there are some conflicting times. There are some conflicts, there are some busy times ahead of you. But if you go inside and get that energy together from the inside out, you're going to come to a place where you'll have mastery over that. Don't forget to exercise your options. Alrighty, once again, Aries family members, this has been a general reading for the sign of Aries. And because I appreciate all of you so much, I am extending an offer to you. I'm going to provide full-length readings between 20 minutes and 45 minutes, depends on what the cards have to say. So this is a full-length reading for half price, and all the details are going to be listed at the end of this broadcast in the underneath the screen. I thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in once again. It's been my pleasure. I look forward to providing a private reading for you, spiritual consultation. Look forward to talking to you real soon. Please reach out to me through my email, onewhosees4you@yahoo.com, onewhosees4, numeral 4, onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Thank you so much.